All right, let's talk about the future of work. We're going to dive into a skill that employers are saying is absolutely critical for success. And here's a hint. It's not just about what you know, it's about how well you can get things done with other people. So let's break down why collaboration is pretty much your ticket to a great career. So let me ask you straight up, what do you think is the single most important skill for your future career? Seriously, take a second to think about it. The answer might actually surprise you. Look, technical skills are, of course, super important, but there's this one human skill that's become the bedrock of success in pretty much every industry out there today. And that skill, it's teamwork. The world of work has completely changed. It doesn't matter if you're a nurse in a hospital, a coder in a startup, or even a builder on a construction site. Being able to work well with others has gone from this, oh, that's nice kind of thing, to an absolute non-negotiable must-have. Okay, but why? Why this big shift? What's making companies so obsessed with hiring team players? Well, we're going to get right into it. Let's look at the three big reasons this could be the very thing that gets you hired. All right, reason number one, and honestly, it's the big one. It just flat out boosts productivity. I mean, think about it. A team that's in sync, that communicates well, and actually shares the work, they just get more stuff done. And not only that, they do it faster and with way fewer mistakes. And this is a perfect real-world example. Just picture your local supermarket. You've got people stocking shelves, others on the checkouts, someone helping customers find things. If they're not working together like a well-oiled machine, the whole place would just collapse. It's that simple. It's teamwork in action, right in front of us every single day. Okay, benefit number two, better problem solving. This one is huge. When you get a bunch of people in a room who all have different backgrounds, different experiences, different ways of thinking, you just get a way bigger, way more creative pool of ideas. It's like one brain is good, but five brains are way better. And for a perfect example of this, think about a massive challenge like predicting bushfires. You could have the most brilliant scientist in the world, but there's no way they could solve that alone. It takes experts from all different fields, meteorologists, data scientists, ecologists, all collaborating, sharing what they know, and building on each other's work to even get close to a solution. And that brings us to the third big reason, which is all about workplace culture. And don't underestimate this one. It's a really, really big deal for employers because they know a good vibe, a positive culture is basically the secret sauce to any successful company. And great teamwork is how you get there. It's what builds all these crucial things: trust, loyalty, respect. When you have those, you naturally get less drama and less conflict. You end up with a place where people actually want to be, which makes all the difference. So we've been throwing around words like teamwork and collaboration, but let's pause for a second. What does collaboration actually mean? Because it's definitely more than just, sitting next to someone in an office. And here's the key right here. Collaboration is intentional. It's about consciously deciding to work together. You're actively sharing ideas, sharing skills, and sharing the responsibility to hit some kind of common goal. The two big words to lock in your brain are intentional and common goal. Yeah, and I love the way this is broken down. It's such a simple but powerful difference, right? You can spend all day working beside someone, just, doing your own thing in your own little bubble. That is not collaboration. Real collaboration is working with them. It's planning things together, giving each other feedback, and actually helping each other out to achieve something bigger than what you could do on your own. Okay, this all leads to the people side of things. There's this old idea that work has to be super formal and strictly professional. But here's the thing, the research shows that having good relationships, even actual friendships at work, it's like a secret superpower for the whole company. And you see the benefits right away. In the short term, when people actually like their colleagues and feel connected, they're just more engaged in their work. It makes sense, right? Communication gets better and more efficient, and you have way less day-to-day conflict because friends are much quicker to sort out a misunderstanding than strangers are. But the long-term payoff, that's where things get really powerful. People who have friends at work tend to stay in their jobs longer, which saves companies an absolute ton of money. A really intense example of this is in the military. That loyalty and trust built over years isn't just for morale, it's essential for survival. And that kind of environment, it's an incredible training ground for leaders. Okay, so this all brings us back to you. The big question is, how do you actually become that awesome team player that every single employer wants? let's stop talking theory and get into a practical step-by-step guide. Here we go. 5 core skills to really focus on. And let's get beyond just the labels. Persistence, that's not just trying hard, it's sticking with it even when things get tough. Independence means you take responsibility for your work, so your team doesn't have to chase you. Communication, well, that's just making sure everyone knows what's going on. Adaptability is being cool with change when plans shift. And finally, reliability. This is the big one. It's about being the person your team knows they can count on no matter what. Seriously, if you can nail these 5 things, you'll be absolutely invaluable. And you know what the best part is? You don't have to wait to start building these skills. Every group project you do, every team you're a part of right now, that's your training ground. So don't just think of it as schoolwork. You're literally practicing to become the exact kind of employee companies are desperate to hire. Because in the end, it really all boils down to this. The world of work is changing so fast, but your ability to connect with people and work well with them, that's not just some soft skill. It's your golden key. It's what's going to open doors to amazing careers, to leadership roles, and honestly, to a much more fun and fulfilling life at work.